Welcome to our worship service. Let us settle into our spaces, taking a deep breath in and out. As Unitarian Universalists, we believe we are all connected in this world, and we value the worth and dignity of each person. We pull on the wisdom of many sources to teach us, guide us, and to help us understand this world. As we prepare our hearts for worship, let us remember our connections through our collective chalice-lighting words. Please join me. In the light of truth and the warmth of love, we gather to seek and seek to share. Our guest speaker today is the Reverend Crystal Zerfoss. Reverend Crystal received her Master of Divinity degree from Seattle University School of Theology and Ministry. She most recently served the Community Unitarian Universalist Church in Pasco, Washington, and the Juneau Unitarian Universalist Fellowship in Juneau, Alaska. Currently recovering from a traumatic brain injury, Reverend Crystal joins us today from her home in Kennewick. Now let us take a moment for our land acknowledgement.
We gather on the homeland of the Piscosa, where they lived for generations upon generations and were the stewards of this land. The Piscosa people still live here.
Under the 1855 Yakima Treaty and the Cession Agreement of 1893, the Piscosa retained 36 square miles of this homeland, on which their traditional hunting, fishing, and gathering rights were guaranteed.
For almost 2 centuries, the United States government has broken its treaty obligations. The rights of the Piscosa were stolen by the government through fraudulent surveys, indifference, and intentional violations.
Much of the Piscosa land was transferred to colonists and corporations. None of the remaining land was preserved for the Piscosa. Hunting, fishing, and gathering rights were denied.
In 2010, the fishing rights of the Piscosa were finally confirmed through litigation.
The government still refuses to acknowledge their land rights.
The Piscosa continue their traditions and seek to have all their rights recognized.
Our opening words are from the Reverend Sarah Lawal. This is it. This moment is enough. Welcome it. Welcome each other. Welcome love. Let the light in. Sing to the birds singing to you. Smile your best smile on camera, knowing that someone else might need it right now. Find a thing of beauty. Celebrate it. Reach out your heart. Shed tears. Know we are in this together. Let love in. Welcome it. This moment is enough. This is it. Come, let us worship together. Please raise your voices and spirit in our opening hymn. My life flows on in endless song.
My life flows on in endless song above earth's lamentation. I hear the real, the far-off hymn that hails a new creation. Through all the tumult and the strife, I hear the music ringing. It sounds an echo in my soul. How can I keep from singing? What though the tempest round me roars, I know the truth that liveth. What though the darkness tyrants tremble as they hear the bells of freedom ringing. When friends rejoice both far and near, how can I keep from singing? To prison cell and dungeon vile, our thoughts to them are ringing. Same friends with shame or undefiled, how can I keep from singing? How can I keep from singing?
Forest, The Way We Stand by Susan Griffin. The way we stand, you can see we have grown up this way together, out of the same soil, with the same rains, leaning in the same way toward the sun. See how we lean together in the same direction, how the dead limbs of one of us rest in the branches of another, how those branches have grown around the limbs, how the two are inseparable. And if you look, you can see the different ways we have taken this place into us. And we are various and amazing in our variety, and our differences multiply so that edge after edge of endlessness of possibility is exposed. You know we have grown this way for years, and to no purpose you can understand. Yet what you fail to know, we know, and the knowing is in us. How we have grown this way, why these years were not one of them heedless. Why we are shaped the way we are, not all straight to your purpose, but to ours. And how we are each purpose, how each cell, how light and soil are in us, how we are in the soil, how we are in the air, how we are both infinitesimal and great, and how we are infinitely without any purpose. You can see in the way we stand, each alone, yet none of us separable. None of us beautiful when separate, but all exquisite as we stand, each moment heated in this cycle, no detail unlovely.
I invite you into a time of meditation. Settle into your seat. Take a deep breath in and out. Let your shoulders relax, and if you so choose, close your eyes. Our meditation words are from Samuel Trombore. I invite you into a time of gratitude, reflection, renewal, and hope. What an unearned blessing to delight in the calming peace of this space, to hear the robin's song again at daybreak, to feel the warmth in this room, and to enjoy the promise of summer almost upon us. Each moment of wakefulness has so many gifts that offer energy and delight. Yet too often they seem unavailable as the weight of our troubles press down on us. The threats to our well-being, real or exaggerated, feel like mosquitoes in the night looking for a place to land. Minds become captive to floodwaters, forceful, murky, threatening, and ominous. Even in moments of great danger, the direction of attention is a choice. Fear can dominate the mind, binding it like a straitjacket. Or love can unbind it and open it to resource and opportunity. The soil of the mind can be watered with kindness. The thorns can be removed one by one to appreciate the buds ready to flower. Great possibilities await us, even if all we can see is the cliff before us. The grandeur of life, of which we are a part, scatters rainbows in every direction, even as the deluge approaches. Holding reality and possibility together is the holy hope-filled work of humanity, if we choose it again and again with love.
In times like these, we need to be strong. We need to carry on. We need to get along, hold on, and right what's wrong. In times like these, we need to find a way to make a better day. Keep our feet on the ground, turn it round, come what may. Everybody needs someone they can lean on. Everybody needs to lean on someone. Everybody needs someone they can lean on. Everybody needs to lean on someone now. In times like these, there's no way not to care. No, there's no one anywhere who doesn't feel it in their hearts. Gotta make a new start, y'all. In times like these, let the world understand. Together, hand in hand. Every woman, child, and man, united we stand. Everybody needs someone they can lean on. Everybody needs to lean on someone. Everybody needs someone they can lean on. Everybody needs to lean on someone.
Everybody needs something now. Everybody needs someone. Everybody has a friend of a friend who knew a friend of a friend who's got a friend who loved a friend. Everybody feels something. Yeah. Everybody knew someone. Everybody has a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend who's got a friend who loved a friend. Everybody feels something.
Everybody
Knew someone.
Everybody
Has a friend of a friend.
In times like these, we need to be strong. We need to carry on. We need to get along, hold on, and right what's wrong. In times like these, we need to find a way to make a better day. Keep our feet on the ground, turning round, come what may. Jim Tullio, along with Leroy Marinell, wrote these lyrics after losing two friends in the terrorist attack on September 11th, 2001. In her singing, Mavis Staples brings to life the emotion encapsulated in these words. There is a longing to make sense of what's happening around us, a rushing wave crashing against the shores of survival when we're surrounded by so much chaos and destruction. She sings of trying to figure out how to pick up the pieces and to keep moving forward amidst it all, and how we do that by relying on one another to get through. We need to be strong to carry on and right what's wrong. As Unitarian Universalists, we espouse a commitment to righting the wrongs in our society, of working diligently for justice with the goal of bringing about beloved community. We move in such a way, guided by our principles, that we work on bending that arc of the universe toward justice, towards equity, towards love. This is our sacred call, to make love manifest in the world. And we do that through our actions. In times like these, when the most marginalized among us are calling for air to breathe, when voting rights and the very basic institutions of our democracy are under attack, when reproductive rights are being systematically stripped away, when we continue to uncover the horrors of indigenous genocide. In times like these, people of conscience must come forward and demand change. We need to right what's wrong. Cameron Trimble of the Center for Progressive Renewal says, "We are journeying into a world unknown, with the freedom to create anew. Yet, ironically, we have been here before. History moves as echoes of pattern pasts. All of our great movements have come from times of deep disruption. The new rituals will rise from us. You will find yourself singing a new song, and I will pray a new prayer, and your friend will find new words and ways to grieve. The rituals will come. But this time, they will come from the truest expression of all of us living in this time and this place. They carry the realness of our world and the earnestness of our seeking the holy. This is as it should be. In times like these, we need to find a way to make a better day. My friends, this is the time for community. This is the time for us to come together and support one another. Now more than ever before, we need each other. It is within community where the support we find can be life-changing and life-sustaining. It's within community where our hurts and our fears are held and nurtured. It's within community where we find common purpose and therefore a renewed sense of commitment, resolve, and hope. Everybody needs someone they can lean on. In times like these, we need to be there for each other. And everybody needs something. Everybody needs someone. UUA President Reverend Susan Frederick Gray writes, "This time we are living in is one of tremendous opportunity and needed change, and the health and strength of our communities and our commitment to our values, to this theology of love and justice and interdependence, is crucial." She goes on, "I know this work is calling more from us, and I know the strain of the daily despair and heartbreak. But I also know that we can hold one another in this work, and that our faith is strong. And if we let ourselves be held by it, it will give us what we need to keep moving forward. In times like these, let the world understand, together, hand in hand, every woman, child, and man, and people of all genders. United we stand, together we rise." You all here at CUF are going through a lot of change. And your community is like a vibrant structure with a solid foundation. You have the keystone of your mission firmly in place, and all the stones building up around to create a strong fellowship. Even now, as you experience the departure of a few stalwart stones, you are reminded of what you felt so closely all year long, that the church is not the building, but rather the collective whole of who we are. In times like these, it's more important than ever to remember that. Each week you gather together. You make space in your busy lives to join together as a community. I venture to guess that many, if not most of you, are members here at CUUF. Maybe some of you are visitors, and I bid you a special welcome. Regardless how long you've been here, there's something that draws you to be here. It may be the beautiful music. I know I love our beautiful UU hymns. But you know, you can listen to a CD or go to a concert now. You don't have to come to church just for the music. Maybe you're here because you knew I was speaking today. That's most certainly a draw, right? All right, maybe it's not me exactly, but perhaps you were hoping to hear a message that sparked something inside you. You wanted to hear a sermon that moves you. But again, you can pick up a book or listen to a TED Talk that inspires you. You don't have to come to church just to listen to somebody else's words. Maybe you're here because you want your children to be part of the learning community, exposing them to concepts of faith and encouraging their questioning. But you know, you can have those conversations at home, and your kids already have friends at school or daycare. You don't have to come to church for that. And yet, you do. When you log on Sunday morning, and soon when you gather in person once again, you join with other members of your community in sharing an experience, a collective traveling. This is the place you come to be religious community. Here we explore together. Here we hold one another in light and in love. In this place, we hold the cares and concerns, the joys and the sorrows of one another and those we know and love. Here we lift each other up, filling one another's empty well. In this community, in times like these, we are each other's bedrock. Solid, firm, unyielding, imperfect, strong. This community is the bedrock that supports our weary souls, the very foundation we rely on to keep working for justice, the anchor to our values and principles, where we return when we need to soothe our wounds and renew our spirits. This is how we get through times like these, my friends. We hold each other. We return to our solid foundation. I encourage you to embrace the members of your community. It is here where we continue to learn to unfold our love more and more, to love ourselves and our neighbors and those we don't know. Radiating out, that love grows. In times like these, we all need more love. In times like these, each of us needs each of us. In times like these, our community is our bedrock. In times like these, we join our spirits as one, and together we fly. Amen. Ashe. And blessed be. Will you please pray with me now? Spirit of life and love, holy mystery, may your presence among these gathered people inspire peace, breathing beauty into life. Stir us to action so we remain not silent before injustice. Heal the phrase in the woven threads of this loving community and strengthen our resolve to commit ourselves anew each day to the path of love. In the name of all that is holy, Amen. Ashe. Blessed be. Please raise your spirit and your voice for our closing hymn, Touch the Earth, Reach the Sky.
Please join in singing hymn number 301, Touch the Earth, Reach the Sky.
Touch the earth, reach the sky, walk on shores while spirits fly, over the ocean, over the land, our faithful quest to understand. Touch the earth, reach the sky, children ask the reasons why, in our lives the answers show, and by our love they learn and grow. Touch the earth, reach the sky, all are born and all shall die. Life's the time left in between, to follow a star, to build a dream. Touch the earth, reach the sky, hug the laughter, feel the cry. May we see where we can give, for this is what it means to live. Touch the earth, reach the sky, soar with courage ever high. Spirits joining as we fly, to touch the earth, to reach the sky.
In times like these, and in all our days, may love lead the way. Go in peace, work for justice. Love be with you. Amen.
Please join us in our collective chalice extinguishing words. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
Carry the flame of peace and love until we meet again. Carry the flame of peace and love until we meet again. I see myself in joy and love.
myself in joy and love. I know myself, I am enough. I see myself in joy and love. I know myself, I am enough. I see myself in joy and love. I know